What's for dinner can be a tough question, but have you ever thought of how much energy goes into producing our daily meals? Let's take this nice steak dinner for example. It needs transportation from the producer to consumer, which use fossil fuels and has emission. It needs storage, which consumes more energy. A conventional steak comes from feedlot steer raised on corn, which consumes more fossil fuel to grow and has more emission. Besides meat protein, feedlot also produces waste and emits methane, which is a greenhouse gas. Conventionally grown vegetables require pesticide that comes mostly from fossil fuel and contain toxic chemicals. With most of the animal in the feedlot now, synthetic fertilizer is required for the crops to grow. There are also environmental impacts of this meal. These fertilizers have runoff from the farm into the rivers and the ocean, which cause the dead zone along the Gulf Coast. We have also lost biodiversity in many places. Now you have an idea of the process behind this meal. Let's put some numbers on the plate. It takes 19 megajoules of energy to produce the steak dinner. Beef is the most energy-intensive part of the meal. A chicken dinner provides the same 2.5 megajoules dietary energy, only takes 6.1 megajoules to make. One beef patty in a classic McDonald's hamburger consumes 10 megajoules of energy, even more than a fancy steak. The energy consumption for producing our meal is directly proportional to their carbon emissions. Let's do a quick carbon footprint calculation on the type of food we eat. With an average diet of mixed meat, conventional produce, non-seasonal or local food, we'll have a 6.59 tons of carbon dioxide emission per year. Switching to mainly white meat, local, organic, and in-season foods will reduce the carbon emission by 1.9 tons per year. This is equivalent to the emission of 5,000 miles of a passenger car. According to the US EPA, this is half of the average annual driving mileage of an American. What are the people's responses after I told them this information?
You're more likely to drive less or buy organic food now knowing the information I just gave you?
Probably buy organic food. I do that anyway, I forgot to mention it, but yeah, sometimes it's easier to do that than it is to drive less.
So you would say that you prefer buying organic food and local food more than
yes, and not only food. I mean, we still have signs all over that tell you what a local product.
Other products. Would it be easier for you to drive less or buy organic food?
Probably buy or get more organic vegetables.
Now knowing that, so which one would you say would be easier for you to do, to drive less or eat more veggies? Yeah, definitely. Okay.
So what's for dinner today?